Right, this is my UFC 317 fight predictions. We'll start off with Terence McKinney versus Vyacheslav Bolshev. Um, I think this is a pretty close one, to be honest with you. I think I'll go with Terence McKinney though. They're both pretty bad. I can't lie. You know, Vyacheslav, his striking's not too bad, but yeah, he's not that good. I mean, he got dropped by Chase Hooper, which isn't that good of a sign. Terence McKinney's got some good wins though. I can't lie. He's got some weird wins, like the other Pharisee and Matt Frivola. Yeah, he's got a couple good wins. Vyacheslav had a close fight with Sadikov, Nazim Sadikov, I think. He fought not too long ago. He got battered in the second round of that. I remember watching that. 10-8 in the second round, but outstruck him in the first and third. Went to a draw. Close fight though, very close fight. Man, it's a close one though, but I think I'm going to go with Terence McKinney. You could pick either, to be honest with you. Both, to be honest, do think they're both a little bit chinny. Yeah, they both get hurt quite a bit. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Terence McKinney. I'll take Terence McKinney by knockout. TKO. I'll say TKO. Right. This one, Hyder Mill versus Jose Miguel Delgado. Jose's coming off a win over Conor Matthews. I think it was a first round knockout. Hyder Mill's coming off a win over William Gomez. I think it's that French guy, yeah. That's a pretty good win, to be honest. I mean, it's a close fight. It was a very close fight. Went to a split decision. But I think Gomez is a lot better than Conor Matthews. I think Hyder Mill's fought the better fighters. You know, and Hyder Mill's a tough guy. He's a very tough guy. You know, he's got that dog in him, and he's got hard hitting hands. And he won't give in, man. He won't give in. Jose Miguel Delgado, what a name that is. I'll just call him Jose. He's very good too. But like I said, I think Hyder and Mills fought the better fighters. Yeah, man, I think Gomez is a lot better than Conor Matthews. Even though it was a close fight, it was a split decision win, but still, yeah, I think Hyder's going to take this. I don't know, maybe it's Jose. I could see Jose maybe getting like a first round knockout, but if not, then I'll probably go with Hyder and Mill by decision. Yeah, I'll go with Hyder and Mill by decision. Right, next one. Jack Manson versus Robocop. Gregory Rodriguez. Man, I was so sad after this last fight. I really wanted to see him in the rankings, but Rodriguez just don't really have a good gas tank, you know, especially for like a 5-round fight. But I mean, his last fight, he gassed out after the first round. He can't be gassing in the second round. That's ridiculous. Jack Manson, you know, I think it was his last fight, the win over Joe Pyfer. I don't think he's fought since then, you know, and that was a really good win. Although it was more of like he outpaced, outgassed, I guess. I guess that's a better way to say it. You know, Joe Pyfer kind of gassed out later on. In the rounds, he secured. I think he got the first couple, and then lost the last 3. Still a good win for Jack Manson, but I think Rodriguez is just gonna catch him early on, probably first round. I don't know, like maybe I could see Robocop just gassing. I mean, his last performance was awful. He gassed out after the first round. He almost knocked out Jared Cannonier, to be fair, but you can't be gassing out in the second round. I mean, if he doesn't get Jack in the first round, I could see him gassing out and Hermansson securing the last 2 rounds. But I don't know if Rodriguez would make that same mistake twice in a row. But yeah, I'm going to go with Rodriguez by first round knockout. I think he'll catch him in the first round. I think it's been a long time since Hermansson fought. I don't know when the last time he fought was. It has to be like a year and a half ago, I think. I don't know. It was a long time ago. It was a while ago. Alright. Yeah, Rodriguez by first round knockout. Next up, right. Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. I'm gonna go with Peyton Talbot for this. A lot of people looking at his last fight. He got dominated. Yeah, yeah. But a lot of people are underrating Barcelos. He got really good wrestling. He was like a Brazilian wrestling champ, Brazilian national wrestling champ. Um, you know, and the only people who've properly beaten Barcelos were really good, like Umar and Kyler Phillips. And Barcelos is coming off a great win over Cody Garbrandt. So, he is good. He is good. Felipe Lima, I think he's coming down from featherweight, but I don't think he was originally a featherweight. I think he joined the UFC short notice at featherweight and then kind of stayed there, and now he's just gone back down. But I think he was originally a bantamweight. I might be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think he's going to have any crazy size advantage in this fight. Yeah, man, Felipe Lima is a little fast guy, though. He is quite fast. But that's a featherweight that we've seen him. I don't know. Maybe he might not be as fast at bantamweight. But I don't see Lima dominating Talbot on the ground. Like I said, Barcelos is a really good wrestler. And I don't think Lima's either going to be... Lima's not bad. Lima's quite well rounded. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think he's going to dominate. I don't think he's going to dominate Talbot in the wrestling or the grappling. And I think Talbot's a lot better striker. I think Talbot will get this by decision. To be honest with you, I think he's gonna do well. And obviously, he must have learned from his last fight. He must have been working on his takedown defense. That fight's got to shock him, and make him work on his takedown defense. I don't see Lima hurting Talbot either. He's not a very powerful guy. He's fast, like I said before. He's not a crazy powerful guy. I think Talbot could maybe clip him. But I'm gonna go with Talbot by decision. Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'll go with decision. I'm gonna say Talbot by decision. I think Talbot's going to do well. I think he's going to outstrike him. I think he's going to do well at stuffing the takedowns. Maybe he's going to get takedown a couple of times, but I think he's going to get back up. I think he'll have worked on that quite a bit. I'm going to go with Peyton Talbot by decision to beat Felipe Lima. But I'll tell you this right now, I'm going to be rooting for Felipe Lima because I'll prefer him a lot more than Talbot. I don't really like Talbot at all. But anyways, Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. Very close odds on this. When was the last time Benny fought? Almost 2 years ago, I think it is. I think his last fight was the knockout to his knockout loss to Arman Tsarukyan, which isn't a bad loss at all. And then before that, he lost to Charles Oliveira. They're two losses where it's not. They're not bad losses. He's lost to what the number 1 ranked and the number 2 ranked, or whatever. They're not bad losses at all. But focusing on this fight, right? Renato Moicano, obviously his main thing is his grappling. His striking isn't that good, to be honest with you. It's improved a lot, but to be honest with you, I think his striking's gone worse since he moved up. He was better at featherweight striking wise, but lightweight he seems to be. Obviously his grappling is his main thing. I mean, he dominated the BSD. Benoit Saint-Denis performance was phenomenal. Dominated him in that first round. But then Benoit in the second round started actually winning that round. He started outstriking him with like his face half swollen and stuff, and his eye was shut or something. I don't know. Can't really remember, to be honest with you, but BSD's face was mashed up after that first round, and he still managed to outstrike Renato in the second. But yeah, I don't think Moicano's Striking's that good. I mean, Benny's not got that good striking. Um, but I would say it's better than Moicano's. I probably would say that. Benny's got a really good ground game as well. I don't think Hanato's going to dominate Beneil on the ground. I think Beneil's going to win this, man. I think he'll take this to decision. Yeah, man, this is a tough fight for Hanato. Yeah, man, I don't see Hanato clipping Benny either and knocking him out. Yeah, man, I'm going to go with Beneil Dariush by decision to get that done. Right. Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. This is another one where I want one fighter to win, but I don't think he's going to win. I really want Joshua Van to win this. I'd love to see him in the top 5. I mean, he's fighting for the number one rank. This is a big jump up in competition as well. From Bruno Silva to Brandon Royval, big jump. And not that long ago. I think it was like 4 weeks ago he last fought or something. He fought not too long ago. But anyways, I think Brandon Royval's going to take this. You know, he's, like I said, it's a big jump up in the competition, and Brandon Royval's got some really good wins over. I mean, he beat Brandon Moreno. That was a great win. And you know, I do think Van's improved a lot since the Charles Johnson fight, but I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna get this done. Brandon Royval's a really good striker, and he's not really like a lot of people think of him as like he doesn't have much power, but he's got some knockouts on his record, man. I think his power is quite underrated. He's not like a crazy power puncher or anything, but he's got a bit of power in his hands. He could maybe clip Joshua Van, but I think this will be a decision win. It's a 3-round fight, so yeah, I'll go with Brandon Royval. Jeez, man, I'm stuttering all over here. Brandon Royval by decision, but like I said, I'll be rooting for Joshua Van. I'd love to see him win this. I just think it's a really big jump up in competition, and Brandon Royval's really good. He's a long-rangey striker. Maybe that can be a bit of a trouble. We've seen, like, in the Charles Johnson fight, that could be a little bit of trouble for him. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Brandon Royval by decision. Next up, Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. I think I made a video about this before. I do think Kai Kara France has the best chance. Not the best, maybe, but one of the best chances of beating Pantoja. You know, he's got power, and Pantoja gets hit a lot. And he does have a chin, but Kai Kara France has got the best chance of anybody in the division to knock him out. But I don't think he's going to win. I think Pantoja's going to win. I think Pantoja's on the way to being the flyweight GOAT. I mean, he's doing really well. He's got phenomenal. I mean, he has some great wins over. Who's the only person that beat him? Figgy. I think I was the last person to beat him. Other than that, he's beaten Moreno, Urseg, even though he should have lost the Urseg fight. He just beat Kaya Sakura, Royval. He already beat Kara France as well. I think he's going to win again. But you never know, man. Pantoja could. You know, Urseg isn't like. Urseg was catching him clean on the chin. Now, Urseg's a lot more of a slick boxer than Kai Kara France. Kai Kara France is more of like a wingy overhand kind of guy. I mean, that explains his power, I guess, but Urseg was catching Pantoja with clean punches on the chin, elbows as he was coming in, you know. And Pantoja was tanking them. He wasn't getting rocked by them at all. Didn't seem affected at all, which is crazy. I mean, they would knock out a clean punch like that could knock out some higher weight class fighters. But maybe this could be his time. His chin is cracked. I think the only other time we've seen him get dropped was to Figgy. Figgy's probably the hardest hitting flyweight of all time. You know, um, Kai Francis have really good takedown defense as well. Maybe he'll stuff them takedowns, keep it on the feet. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Pantoja. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get knocked out. I think his chin will remain strong, and I think he'll secure a decision. Or maybe it's a late sub. I don't know. Um, but maybe I mean, like I said, Kai France has the best chance out of anybody in the division to knock out Pantoja. Yeah, I'm gonna yeah Pantoja by decision. I'm not gonna change my mind on that. Yeah. All right. Next up, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. I'm gonna go with Ilia Topuria by knockout. It's gonna be a sad day. You know, everybody loves Charles. How can you not like Charles Oliveira? Even Ilia Topuria was saying he hates this because he's gonna have to hurt someone who's super nice, super lovely. Everybody's a fan of Charles Oliveira, especially his story. But I think he's gonna lose. I think he's gonna get knocked out. I think you look at his fights. Charles Oliveira is known for getting hurt and then coming back, and usually getting that submission or knockout cases. But Topuria isn't someone who you can get hurt against and come back from it. Topuria will capitalise on that and finish you. And I'm looking at Charles, I'm looking at his fights, he's getting rocked by, he's getting hurt by Michael Chandler in both fights. I know he finished him, I know he dominated him in the second fight, but Charles Oliveira isn't someone you can get hurt. Like Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler couldn't touch Paddy Pimblett in the striking realm, and Paddy's not even that good of a striker. And Charles Oliveira and Paddy are similar builds, both quite tall. I just think Topuiria's going to clip him. I think first round, he's going to be doing what you usually do, analysing him, reading him, and then second, maybe third, start capitalising that and then get the knockout. But I just think Charles is really hittable, and Topuiria's got a really good ground game as well. He's quite underrated, to be honest with you. Yeah, man. I think Charles is going to struggle in this fight. I think he's going to lose. He's going to get knocked out. Yeah, man, I'm going to go Topuria by second round knockout. It's going to be sad, like I said, but Charles, he gets hit too much. He's getting hurt literally every fight. I mean, Makhachev was dropping him. Makhachev's striking isn't even that good. Makhachev's got not that bad striking, but his striking's good because of his ground game. And Charles got rocked by him and then finished submitted, which was crazy. I remember watching that live. But yeah, I don't think Charles is going to do well here. I mean, he's getting rocked by everybody he fights. Chandler, Gagey, Poirier. Even Arman was outstriking him. I feel like he doesn't move his head enough as well. Sometimes he can be a bit of a standing target. Yeah, man, I think Topuria's going to get this. First round, like I said, I think it's going to be... Topuria's first round is always quite chill, relaxed. Like, I remember watching a Volk fight thinking, whoa, Volk's pacing him up here, jabbing his head off. And then the second round, he gets knocked out. And that's because Topuria likes to take that first round. And he doesn't really like to take the first round off, per se, but more he's reading his opponent. And then start to capitalise on them readings later on in the second and third. But yeah, I think Topuria's going to get that second round knockout. And I think he's going to follow him down. If he knocks him down, if he knocks Charles down, he's not going to leave him like Gagey does, like Poirier does, or, all these fighters, they'll knock down Charles and leave him there. Like, I'm not risking going into his guard. But Topuria ain't going to be like that. He's going to go in there and he's going to try and finish him. Probably will. But I can see this being a bad knockout. It's going to be a sad one. But yeah, man. I'm going to go with Ilia Topuria by round 2 KO. Right. I know this is I haven't done a video in a long time. To be honest with you, I haven't been really been too intrigued in the UFC. I've still been watching it, but it's just not really been bothering me too much. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Comment, like, sub. Yeah.